So I'm drinking tea out of a Doctor Who mug, so that means I'm talking about BBC3. For those of you who don't know, because you're not from Britain, in which case I should probably do an addendum about this at some point, we've got a load of BBC channels. Earlier on this year, they announced that they were going to be scrapping one of their channels, and it's BBC3, which is sort of targeted for young people and people who aren't that keen on intelligent content. So they decided they're going to scrap it because it costs them money and it's not really worth their time carrying it on. Except they're going to be, because they thought, well, okay, we can just move it online and try some kind of wacky internet experiment with it. And a couple of days ago, they unveiled plans for what it is they're going to do, and they look interesting and a bit fucked up at the same time. Vinicus was filmed in front of a live studio audience. Plans for the future of BBC3 have been announced, including a move to online broadcasting 24 hours a day with an emphasis on long-form content. And this is what they're going to be doing with it. Programs like Snog, Marry, Avoid and Don't Tell a Bride are likely to be jettisoned in favour of harder-hitting content. Pretty sure you could count the Moomins as harder-hitting content. 80% of the budget will be spent on long-form programs like Murdered by My Boyfriend and Bad Education. Can we just talk about that first one? Murdered by My Boyfriend. There's a lot of problems with it. First of all, your boyfriend's murdering you. Second, don't get murdered by your boyfriend and then make a program about it. I'm guessing it's not reality television. I'm guessing like some kind of messed up drama. 20% of budget will go on non-traditional content such as micro-videos, listicles, and GIFs. Kind of annoyed that GIFs isn't capitalised.
Kind of annoyed they're spending money on GIFs.
You're not Tumblr. Can we go back to listicles for a second? Is that honestly the best name that you guys can come up with? What is a listicle? Google. In journalism and blogging, a listicle is a short form of writing that uses a list as its thematic structure. Okay, so it's basically those things kind of like top 10 beheadings and things like that kind of thing. A daily news service will be created in conjunction with Radio 1's News Beat. I'm sure that'll be hard-hitting news coverage right there. Programs will not just be live on iPlayer, but will be distributed on third parties including YouTube and Facebook. I kind of like this. I kind of like the idea of a channel being across the internet rather than just stuck in one place, because they could just go down the easy route and just literally upload programming to iPlayer and go, BBC3, it's still here, technically. I kind of like the idea of them doing it in different bits and pieces and places. Sort of like what popular YouTubers have been doing for years, I suppose. Traditional genres like drama and comedy will be replaced by strands make me think and make me laugh. Can anyone spot the gimmick here? I don't see why you need to replace a thing like drama and comedy. It's just, that's a thing. That's a thing. Where would QI fit? Because it's both. Moving BBC3 to online will allow CBBC to broadcast for an extra 2 hours in the evening. It will also allow for a BBC Plus One channel to be launched. Fantastic quote for this one at the end of this article. Mr. Cohen said the introduction of a BBC One catch-up channel was a significant part of the proposals, because we know the Plus One channels are very important to people. Them there people that like them there Plus One catch-up channels. There was something that, I think it was a quote from Stephen Moffat from an interview from a while ago, and he was talking about like different kinds of television consumption, and he basically said that he can see a day when television isn't like what it is today, where you have like a broadcast schedule, but rather you get things like uploaded to the television channel, and you just select when you watch it, basically. So it's not as linear, like you have to sit down at 7 o'clock at night and watch it. That's when it's going to be available, but you don't have to sit down and watch it or you're going to miss it, kind of thing. Say hi. Come on, we need the views. What do you guys think about the proposals to BBC3? Like, are you happy about the changes? Are you happy that it's going to be moving online? Are you happy that CBBC is getting an extra 2 hours? See you next Saturday. Thanks for watching. Hey there guys, so I've been on the internet and I've also had this in my cupboard for some time. It's a Japanese miniature dehydrated burger kit or something.
I've been on the internet and I've also had this in my cupboard. It's just like, you're telling them you masturbate.